Alright, what's up guys? iShogi here, back with another video. And I watched my last video that I uploaded. Got a few views in a couple hours. It was nice, thanks. And I totally forgot like a big chunk of what I was going to talk about. And if you read the descriptions, I always leave a little tidbit, like something I left out or something I want you to know. So you should read the descriptions. That's what I'm getting at. But also, I just won an auction for a new Game Boy, alright? I have a screenshot, bam, and I also ordered this mod kit, alright? So, I like video games, I always have. I feel like I've said this before, but when I was 2.5 years old, I actually picked up Pokemon Fire Red. I don't remember if we owned it and I started playing it. It might have been my sisters and I started playing it, or if they got it for me. But no, I didn't understand all of what I read on it because I distinctly remember I couldn't really read until I was playing Pokemon Silver, and I'll never forget, one of my Pokemon was learning a move, alright? I don't remember which Pokemon. Might have been a Skarmory, because my brother got a Skarmory in his Silver version, and so I got one. That Pokemon rings a bell, but it might not have been him. I just remember one of my Pokemon was learning a move, and I kept pressing no, you know, like I didn't want him to learn this move because I knew what the move was, but I didn't want my Pokemon to learn the move. So if you know, on Pokemon, it asks if you want him to learn a move, and you say no, and then it asks if you're sure. So you have to say yes for that one. But I kept saying no for everything because I could read like the first part, like, do you want to learn this move, and I'd say no. But I didn't understand like the second question because I was only in kindergarten or first grade. I think it came out in Gosh, I want to say it came out in 99, 2000 for the United States. It was before first grade, I know that for sure, because first grade I definitely knew how to read, and I really started reading through that the second message where I had to answer yes, and it clicked one day, and I was like, hey, I know how to read now. So it wasn't until Pokemon Silver that I could really read, but I definitely started playing Pokemon Fire Red when I was 2.5 years old. I might have been using my sister's Game Boy Color, which I recently just found, by the way, which I've been looking for a while because I hadn't seen that thing since my Florida vlogs in 2011. I'll have one of those for my random upload at the end of this video. But I ordered a mod kit for a white backlit screen for the original Game Boy, and I really have to poop. So that kit was, with shipping, $16.49. I found that there are 2 or 3 electronic websites that sell like mod kits and like do-it-yourself stuff and custom old Game Boys, which I found are like among people that use Game Boys for like chiptune music, which I'll get to in a second, or they refer to Game Boys as DMGs because I found out that the original model of the Game Boy is the DMG-01. So when you're like looking up stuff on eBay, you type in like DMG. If you like just search for that, you find like all these mod kits and like different attachments for the original Game Boy. So I watched maybe 4 or 5 videos of people modding their Game Boy to give it a backlit screen. You really just open it up, rip out the polarization film, and turn back the old screen, put in the new backlit screen, and solder 2 wires to points within the Game Boy. So I can't wait. I ordered that, and one of my neighbors has a soldering iron. He's like a jack of all trades, kind of like handyman guy. So I'm hoping to just go over to his garage one day and he'll let me use it. And I'll be sure to upload not an upload video, but an unboxing sort of when my Game Boy comes in the mail, because it's like a bin opened box, but it doesn't look like the guy ever used it. Like, he still has the plastic that the Game Boy was in the box, and I got the one that like the edition where it came with Tetris. And about chiptune music, I knew about mods for Game Boys because a lot of people do it, and there's a guy that one of my friends found in like 6th grade when we were lame, and we listened to a lot of like Screamo and electronic music. I still listen to electronic music, but not really Screamo anymore. If any of you have been through one of those phases, then we're probably a little bit similar now, unless you're still in that phase, in which case, I don't know. But there's a guy named Henry Homesweet, and I just refound him yesterday, which is why I was like, hey, I remember that guy. And I found him on MySpace a long time ago with one of my friends, as I said, but he modified his Game Boy, and he was one of the like pioneers in what is called LSDJ, which is like what some people refer to as like a setup with a modded Game Boy that's set up to a keyboard, which was turned into a a sort of piano keyboard. Like they took an actual like computer keyboard and hacked it into hooking up with the Game Boy via a contraption that used to be an original Game Boy link cable attached to a PS2's connector to a keyboard, because originally for the PS2 you could set up a keyboard to the PS2 to type. And there were mods that came out from Modern Warfare 3 early on where if you set up a keyboard to your PS3, because the PlayStations have always been able to connect to a keyboard to like type, and if you set like the language to Korean, I think it was, you could have like an analog stick in your client tag. But that's besides the point. LSDJ, people use, long story short, people use Game Boys to make chiptune music, also known as chip music, or 8-bit music, 16-bit music. And yeah, so I've been getting into a lot of that. I went to Bandcamp and found a whole bunch of free albums, and I haven't listened through all of them, but I've listened to samples of all of them, finding a whole bunch of new artists. I need to buy this new CD I found on Bandcamp. It's called Chip Ship, and it's the soundtrack to it's like the journey of a pirate on high seas, and it is all chiptune music, and it's really fun. So yeah, I can't wait to get that new Game Boy. I just got off work early, thank God. I found a replacement to get me off my shift so I could record this video and finish my homework. Holy cow, yesterday I was like almost 300 pages behind with questions for every chapter, like essay questions, and now I'm only like 70 pages behind, so I gotta finish that and then prepare an argument against Stalin's starting the Cold War, and then I'll be ready to start school again tomorrow. And I get a German exchange student. I gotta pick him up from the airport at like 10 o'clock at night, I think. So the busy life of iShogi. And I really don't usually do this, but I'm gonna ask you to rate the video. I usually rate more often when the guy who posts the video don't ask me to, but I feel like maybe sometimes I just forget to. So friendly reminder, and all that does is, one, it lets me know how I'm doing, and two, it shares the video so you don't have to like copy the link and post it somewhere else. If you just like the video, it shows up in your stream for all your contacts and subscribers on YouTube. So if you want to, I'd appreciate it, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.